Students, in this video we are going to know about the spherical mirrors. We know that mirrors are basically two types. One is your plane mirror that we already discussed, and now we are discussing the second type of mirror, spherical mirror. Spherical mirror, as the name suggests, that it comes from a sphere. So it's come from a hollow glass sphere. It's a hollow glass sphere. When we cut this glass sphere, when we cut this glass sphere, we get this part. And from this part, the particular part, we can prepare the spherical mirrors. So when we cut this hollow sphere and this part, when this part is polished, this inner part get polished, then this type of mirror is called concave mirror. You are able to see that we have taken a part from the hollow glass sphere. When we cut this, we get this type of part, and when this inner side of this part is shining or coated with silver, means this part is reflecting part. So that type of mirror is called concave mirror. The second one is that when the outer part is reflecting, this outer part is reflecting, then this is called convex mirror. So when there is an inner part of any cut hollow sphere glass, when we cut a particular part of hollow glass sphere, and when we painted or coated the inner part of that part of the hollow sphere, then that is called concave mirror, and the outer part when coated with silver, that is called convex mirror. Now we are going to discuss, we will see lots of ray diagram on the basis of this mirror. Now we will understand the terms related to this spherical mirror. So first we have, I already drawn a spherical mirror, hollow sphere glass, and a particular part we have taken, because not whole part is taken for the formation of mirror, only the particular part is taken, and this part is called aperture. This M to this N, this part is called aperture. So that is called aperture. Second, when we take this hole, so there is a center. As we know that every circle has a center, so this is the center. Same way, this is also the center here, and that is called center of curvature. Center of curvature. So the center part of this hollow sphere is called center of curvature. This point is called pole. The point is called pole, and the distance between center of curvature and pole is considered as radius of curvature. Same as the hollow sphere have some radius, so that is also the part of hollow sphere glass, so that is called radius of curvature. So we have understood that this part M and N is the aperture, this is the pole, and this is your center of curvature, and the distance between the center of curvature and pole, this distance is called radius of curvature. This line, the imaginary line, that is called principal axis. That is called principal axis. we are studying these terms because after this in this class we are going to know about how to make the ray diagrams. So that's why these terms are very important. Now say next one is your focus. So focus is the point. So I have drawn this one aperture, and this aperture, this is your principal axis, we denote as P. When the light ray, these light ray parallel to the principal axis and they reflect and they meet on that point, that is called focus. That is called focus. So here you are seeing that the light, the incident parallelly to the principal axis, this is your principal axis, this line is your principal axis, and these lights are parallel to this principal axis, and when they incident on the mirror, we have taken the concave mirror here, when they incident and they reflect, and the point where all the parallel light rays or incident light rays converge or meet, that is called focus. That is called focus. And the length, that is from the distance between focus and pole, and this is your pole, we know that this is pole, this pole is considered as your focal length, that this part is considered as focal length. So, and this focal length is denoted by small f, and the focus is denoted by capital F. So we have understood that what is the spherical mirror, what are the terms related to the spherical mirror.